only order of the year. They're the Backstrap Fisherman Sandals. So cute. They have like an open toe, a buckle, and they're just crafted from the most buttery, soft European leather. They're EU sizes as well. 36 through 41, $150 is the price. And here to talk to us more about them is Chrissy Turner. Hi, Chrissy. Welcome in.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
it's good to see you.
so
So
good
beautiful
to see
in
you.
your dress.
Thank you so much. I'm going to go through these colors. These are so pretty. This is brandy. Here's black. Here is cream. And then this is fun,
A little
red.
pop of red,
Yeah,
right? It's
that's
great. It's like lipstick
beautiful.
red. Isn't that pretty?
Yes. Talk to us about Miz Mooz.
Oh, Miz Mooz, if you have never tried our brand before, it's a New York brand, family owned and operated still to this day. And they saw women in New York City wearing kind of the functional shoes to get to where they were going, changing into their fashion shoes when they got there. And they knew they could do so much better than that. They had access to these gorgeous leathers in Europe. These are all European leathers. The shoes themselves are designed in New York City, but they're handcrafted in Europe. Really, just carefully curated collections, small, not mass produced. But the whole idea is that there's this infinite wearability, like out of the box wear all day long, gorgeous leather styled in a way, but like there's a comfort factor built into every pair, which is incredible.
Yeah, I can feel that.
This one in particular is so fabulous because we did this gorgeous fashion upper with the Fisherman style. But what we've done is we've set that on one of our more rugged outsoles. This is an all gum rubberized outsole. Look at that incredible traction that you have built in. The padding is incredible in this. It's one of the first things that you feel is that awesome padding. And then the adjustability, I have to say, of all our sandals this season, this is probably one of our most customizable ones in that you're getting this buckle detail on the upper. This is an adjustable buckle. You can, adjust that to however you would like, but to get in and out, you have that ease of that hook and loop around your sling back in the back there, so you can really play with the fit, which I think is incredible.
Wonderful. Well, let's talk about the fit. It's EU sizing, so how should we shop for our size?
Super easy to do. All you have to do is go down that left-hand side of our chart to find your US size. You'll go to the right to find your European size. So for instance, I'm an 8.5, so I'm wearing my 39 in this style, and it fits beautifully. I do want to say that if you've ever tried European sizing before in another brand, I recommend that you do use the Miz Mooz chart for your sizing to really truly get the one that's going to fit you the best.
Okay, great. I love how you said the inspiration for the brand was they saw women in New York changing out of their fashion shoes, and, or they would wear their work shoes and then their walking shoes, and then change. But this is great. You're getting both. You're getting a beautiful shoe that you could dress up, wear to work, travel in, walk in for miles, and you're not going to have to change into anything because you're going to be so comfortable in just these. I mean, the cushion alone feels amazing.
Right. I mean, we are a fashion brand, but we build in those details that make this like an experiential kind of a shoe. The fact that you have these gorgeous leathers. This leather on the upper is so soft, so buttery. It will stand the test of time, but it's styled in a way that you're keeping your fashion. Sometimes you can get a little bit not too rugged, but with like a fisherman style, it's sort of more of an active wear where you're getting an active outsole on this, but you're not sacrificing the fashion factor. I would love this with a dress. I would love this, you name it actually, honestly.
Jeans.
I love the jean, the crop jeans and Jackie looks so cute. But all the things that we wear in our summer months, whether it's skirts or shorts, this sandal's gonna work beautifully.
So cute. And I love how it's kind of like thicker straps and they're woven in together.
Right.
I love that style. The leather is so soft. Nothing's going to cut into your feet.
That's exactly it. Yeah, you can see the way like it is individual pieces of leather, and it's true. It gives like that great woven design, the over under. We have sort of a brushed nickel hardware on all the style that it's like a nice heavy buckle there. But I love that we've done the adjustability, and something to take note of is that this is always going to be attached with a great piece of elastic goring. That elastic goring is how this upper moves with you throughout the day. So when we talk about that infinite wearability, that out of the box wear, that's what you get. This upper will move with you. And then to have hook and loop. We do not do a ton of hook and loop. So when we do, it's pretty special. And I say like, oftentimes it's run, don't walk to get that, because what a great option to have that. Sling back styling, but again, something to keep note of. all leather lined throughout. This is all soft materials up against your skin, the natural material of the leather. It's buttery, buttery soft. This is not overly structured leather. It feels so great up against your skin.
I love that. And something I read about Miz Mooz is that the factories are like family-run factories in Europe.
Yes. So the offices that Miz Mooz has are just about in like northern Italy, just like it's not too far outside of like Lake Garda. However, the workshops that we have are all throughout Europe. The leathers themselves come from all throughout Europe. They're gorgeous, rich, drum-dyed leathers. So we really kind of keep the true nature of the leather. We allow, you know, variations in tone to come through. It stands, like I said, that stands at test time. You can see the burnishing detail, those highs and lows that we have in the leather here on the footbed. But look, I mean, the padding in this is everything.
And the sole too, like that traction here, the grip.
Yep, it's a great gum outsole. The traction is incredible. So if you're going to be traveling this summer, you never know what surface you might be on.
Look at that.
This is going to be incredible. And even like you can see, I love this shot. You can see that great texture. You can see how it's almost worn in a way that makes it look a little kind of like distressed. That's all built into the style of the outsole. But you do get a little bit of lift there. It's imperceptible. You're not completely flat though. You're not going to be sitting completely flat. You do get that little bit of lift with the heel.
And you know, I love that Miz Mooz is not like cookie cutter. Each one looks a little different.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's very true. Each and every pair has its own unique style. I mean, that's the beauty of leather. That's what we love so much about leather is every piece of leather, I always say, it takes color in its own unique way. And with this one, it's absolutely gorgeous.
All right, I want to show these beautiful colors. This is brandy. Here is black. This is cream. Cream is popular. Fewer than 80 remain.
Oh, wow.
Here's the red. Red is the most limited. 70 remain in the red. That's a really fun color. That'll look good in my dress.
Really
All right,
would.
here's the size charts. EU sizing 36 through 41, $150, and it's new, only order of the year. Thank you, Christy.
Thank you.
Have
Good
a
to
good
see
night.
you.
All right, don't